inventory.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
All right.
Our soldiers handled themselves well in Adamant.
We've come a long way since Haven. I fear there's still a ways to go. We're prepared. We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala. The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's go to the Winter Palace.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Inquisitor Trevelyan, it is an honor to meet you at last. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
I can see many benefits to such an alliance.
Keep the image firmly in mind. We may see it materialize by the end of the evening. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. My lady, they will be telling stories of this into the next.
It's a pleasure to...
As do I. My people have found these...
Is that the Inquisitor?
The mage? No, there must be some mistake.
From the circle of Austria, so they say.
Pardon me, my lady. Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without...
What's your game? Or just gain importance by getting the Inquisitor to run a menial errand for you?
I assure you, the ring truly is lost, and I must find it or risk terrible repercussions. Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you are looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you have saved me.
Is that the Inquisitor?
A martyr? The Maker has an answer. Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Foreigners. Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
I'll keep my guard up, don't worry.
The game is like wicked grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning. Cassandra is usually not the subtle or cautious type.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
I can hardly believe Gaspard and Celine are in the same room.
From that
Interesting. I had no idea.
guess.
Good to know.
Is it true the Assembly is considering naming another paragon? 3 in a single generation.
Her name has been submitted, but it'll take years before they come to a decision. The surface smith? Unlikely.
I wish there was more news coming from the Grand Cathedral.
Good news is becoming an
Dress
increasingly
uniform
rare
is
commodity.
preposterous. Formal armor would have been better.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Trevelyan of the Ostwick Circle of Magi. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
This guy writes better fiction than I do.
Champion of the blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena,
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the divine, renowned author Tharic Dethras, head of noble house Tethras, Desher of Kirkwall to the Dwarven Merchants Guild, Warden Blackwall of Valchevan, Constable of the Grey, bearer of the Silverite Wings of Valor, Sir Cullen Stanton Rutherford of Honleith, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall, Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and left hand of the Divine. and Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
Let's hope the breeze does not herald an oncoming storm.
Even the wisest mistake fair winds for foul. We are at the mercy of the skies, Inquisitor. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Papa? Are they in good health? Do they want for anything?
Mother is the same as always.
No, she's after you to do more.
Can you believe the Inquisition filled its ranks with others?
I don't take it from me.
What were they doing in the Western
I heard
Approach?
Celine was having the entire wing redecorated.
Laurent was the love of my life.
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight?
The Empress does.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
It sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Leave us.
Interesting.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Interesting. had no idea.
Gaspar.
Interesting. Waste of time.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspar's vitriol.
Awfully selfish of his Philippe. Running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspar's death threats to the Council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
Good to know. Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. I'm curious.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspar. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
Another time, my lord.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
You went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Briala we have a situation.
Interesting. Well, well. What's this?
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight?
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspar is defeated.
That's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
She looks forward to cementing a formal alliance.
As soon as Gaspar is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Interesting.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Did you need something?
Did I hear correctly? If you're interested in bringing the Templars to heel, you may have found an ally.
If that's true, I would welcome an alliance with the Inquisition. I will get in touch with your Lady Nightingale. I have assets that might benefit your cause.
Gentlemen?
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wind Garden.
Boring. Well, that's useful.
How could the Empress afford to renovate the palace without war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovated.
Have you heard from your nephew?
Not since his regiment joined the fighting.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith, delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Lord Sev...
You are an interesting one. You have quite the silver tongue, Inquisitor. I do hope you put it to good use.
Would you care to dance, Lady Mantelo?
You, Inquisitor, are a delight. One does not often find foreigners so well versed in the game. But you have other dances to perform first. Perhaps you will save me a dance for later?
Good evening, milady.
Lady Solange Lévesque, Marquise of Montveil. Ambassador...
Look at Lady Cambien's slippers. Trimmed with pearls. And emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, and you're concerned about buckles? On shoes?
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? These are all useful questions, no?
I found this out.
Very interesting. A little more dirt like this. If you find more, let me know.
I should go.
I always am.
When my third husband, Pierre, lost his life to Rosalia, I swore I'd marry forever.
Ah, there's the Dowager. Don't make eye contact.
Don't I know you from somewhere? Lord Rudal de Long, I've seen you in his company before, no?
I don't think we've met, my lord.
servants. They were unarmed.
Sorry to break it to you, hero, but this is what they call collateral damage. Like war is a loan that's late a few payments. I hope we find the bastard who did this.
Was no servant. What was he doing here?
Does this guy seem out of place to anyone else?
That knife bears a Shallon family crest. Gaspard's crest.
Time to have a word with the Duke. Venatori agents! Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
Hey Bradley, cheers. How am I going to do that? I'll call you Cal. Caleb. Oh, Caleb, yeah. Maybe. Cal. Yeah, thank you. I made sure to try and get them all matching. Yeah, it's Silverite and Craggy Skin with Royal Sea Silk for the cloth. It's like that and that are actually the same. That, Cal, okay. Oh, hey, Batgas. It's like that and that are actually the same outfit. I made one and duplicated it, but because you put it on a female character, it looks very different to on a male character. But yeah, I try to make them all match. We'll be going for like a white and purple scheme when I get tier 4.
Something here. Better take a closer look.
Wow. Then okay. So I want to make sure I get this perfect. I'm using a guide, but I'm actually currently doing better than the guide says how to do this. But, you know, I'm just making sure that... Oh, yeah, I haven't got any Veil Quartz yet. Wish I did. Hang on, let me make sure I'm going the right way. approval doesn't degrade in through the archway. Yeah. Oh, it turned me around. Oh. Oh shit, I've made a mistake. Through the arch. Once through, turn right and head forward. You can't turn right when you come through the arch. Oh, yeah. Grand apartments. Okay. Oh, come on, guys, stop telling me about things I don't have to do just yet. It's like if... Like, yeah, anyway. Head straight, yeah. Oh, come on, boys, you're not supposed to be getting into that fight. I'm just getting to this fight instead. Oh, shit, where did the light go?
Inquisitor Trevelyan. What a surprise. My reports said you were terribly boring. We haven't been properly introduced, have we? I'm Ambassador Briala.
I'm glad to meet you finally, Ambassador.
Your reputation for getting results is well
Oh,
deserved.
I'm good.
You cleaned this place
I got
out?
this one on
Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off
Reddit
the
that
monsters.
I normally
I
follow
came
when I
down to
do
save or avenge my
just this quest, because I just want to make sure I
But
get
you've beaten me to it.
all the Hal statues,
So,
and I tend to
the
try and
Council
go
of
for
Herald's emissary in the courtyard.
everyone working
That's not
together,
your work, is
save everyone, you know, the best option, I guess.
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much.
Yeah, I mean, I've played this game since launch. I remember back in the days when you could
He seemed to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling
where a
the
knight
shrine.
enchanter was basically invincible.
Killing a council emissary. Bringing
I do
Tevinter
appreciate you
assassins
offering though,
into the
thank you.
palace. Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
Are you sure he's behind this? He was too easygoing for a man plotting treason.
Don't let his charm blind you. He's Orlesian. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
What do I have to give you in exchange for this army of spies?
A moment of consideration. I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could...
Okay.
More politics and double dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
Jesus. Please, loot. Don't jump over the loot. I hate it. I mean, I know that the skin that stalks and all those ones, I know that those are interchangeable between classes. Time. Thanks for the thing I don't need anymore.
An elven locket is a strange thing to have hidden away in a safe in the Empress's palace.
I'll admit, I didn't think the Empress was this sentimental.
Ah, fascinating. Okay. That would be why she could wear that. Because I made them. I actually made those with silverite. Never realised that. I didn't know silverite was a thing. To be fair though, I mean, it's not all about the numbers, is it? It's about what the armor actually does. Snuffler skin. Oh my god, I got so much snuffler skin. Fair enough. Yeah, I didn't really. That's something I didn't know. Thank you for that. Out of Egypt. There we go. Right. Once down, turn right and run forward. This is the bit I always get lost on. What? No. Oh yeah, the archway. Oh, nice. I tend to use the guard mechanic. I'll always have one or even two warriors in the room with me, or on the party with me if I'm a mage.
Did you see that knife-eared servant girl in the kitchen? The ginger.
Keep talking. I am starting to believe I was there.
I need to get one of them.
Don't we all?
Okay.
Is it true what they say? We heard stories of your accomplishment. Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives. Really?
You'd only be gone.
Philippe.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Go, 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 go. Don't need what's in there.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. We met briefly.
Oh, yeah, Encore. That's what I
War
use.
Duchess Florian de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
I have Encore for my mage, or mages. I have...
Is there something I can do for you, Your Grace?
Indeed you can. I believe tonight you and I are both
Sarah's got
concerned by the actions of a certain person.
Elven bow with exploding
Come,
arrows.
Dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted.
Yeah, I like the what's it fucking called? The axe that does random elemental damage.
Do you know about our little war?
I've got one of those for Iron Bull, but I tend not to give it for my main warriors that are in the party with me.
Far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Sometimes it's a hindrance.
Perhaps it does. I should not
so I just go with the axe of the Dragon
Is
Hunter.
the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Yeah, same. I give the hang on. One sec.
Do we both want that, Lady Florian?
Yeah, with the Warhorn ability, there's a thing on there where it causes all the party members to get guard. And as with the mage, I run with 2 warriors. So I've got 2 tanks, a rogue, and then myself. And I have them both have Warhorn preferred, so we've always got guard. Always. Chromatic Great Axe, that's the one.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually.
And then on top of that, I'll use when I eventually get one, the sigil, the one that gives you 100% more guard but no barrier. I don't use barrier.
Who in the court can be trusted?
Who do you trust?
An excellent question. I might
mainly because guard is just, I find guard more effective than barrier. I know obviously there are other things that you can do with barrier that are useful, but I find just a straight damage reduction.
Everyone is alone.
No fussing about.
It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
With my mage, I tend to focus on mines, and then I've got Fade Shift to get out of trouble if I need to.
The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store.
I've done so many playthroughs of this. I don't know how many hours I've got in it. Let's have a look. Once I can save.
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
Oh, nice.
It's a relief to do.
Let's skip through this.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
The Grand Duchess told me there's proof Gaspard is in league with Tevinter.
She offered up her own brother? She's more cutthroat than I realized.
Then the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless.
Yeah, and I've got like 2,000, 2,500 hours, I think, in here.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
I won't stand by and let her die.
Listen to me carefully, Inquisitor. What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen.
3,000 some odd hours on Fallout 4, but it's GTA 5. There's where my hours are. I'm kicking around 11,000 hours on that game.
It doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana? Sometimes the best path
almost
is
entirely
not
online.
The easiest one.
We came here to save Celine.
Oh, thank you.
You must not only save her life, but also her
Yeah, I mean, I think I
empire.
might have my original
That means
playthrough back
giving her a
in
victory over both Gaspard and Brianna.
2015.
If there truly is proof Gaspard's
2014?
in league with Corypheus, that would be a start.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the royal wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or
Thank you
a
for the
lead.
sub, appreciate that.
Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Yeah, I multi-stream, so I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time,
At once. Be
rather
careful,
than streaming on
Inquisitor.
Twitch and then uploading to YouTube. Right. Oh, hang on, I went the wrong way. Back in the ballroom. Fair shout.
How do things look out there? Are the negotiations over yet?
Maximilian sweat. Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again. Are all the Delancers here? I hope not.
I'm having a brain fart.
Too long since I've had any word from
Are you happy to see me at all, Joseph?
It may not have been wise. Are all the Delancers here?
Baker, I hope not. At least Haram Sharau has such pretty gardens. They're so darling. I took out my brush.
Are all the Delancers here?
Am I going insane here? Must be this balcony.
My dear Maximilian, it took 4 chevaliers.
You have such beautiful hair, Commander.
Ah,
It's been too long since I've had any word from you.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. Slumming even more
Uh,
than usual. I see.
that
You charm
depends.
some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor.
I like Sarah, I like Sandra. But on this playthrough, we're going for the fan favourite, Scout Harding.
I found an elven locket hidden among Celine's things. This isn't yours, is it?
Let me see that. She kept this. What was she thinking? If Gaspard had found this, it would have ruined her.
It might have meant something to her.
Maybe it did. She held on to it.
Though being a male Inquisitor and romancing Iron Bull is fucking hilarious.
We'll speak more
Really, really
later,
funny.
Ambassador.
Another time, Inquisitor. Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course.
Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
I made a fascinating discovery. An elven locket in the Empress's vault.
Oh dear. That is very interesting.
I'll get Her Majesty.
Oh, I love Dorian.
I regret that we did not have time to speak earlier.
And for some reason that I don't know, he doesn't dislike me on this playthrough, but he's very indifferent to me at the moment, and I have absolutely no fucking idea why.
I found an elven locket sealed in the palace vault. He must have considered it quite valuable.
It was sentimental. I don't know why I kept it. It was a foolish thing to do.
Maybe you kept it because you still care for Briala.
Perhaps I do. But I cannot put her above all the people of my empire. Dispose of the locket however you like. It means nothing to me.
Okay, so back to the vestibule.
Anyone have a report on the casualties?
Commander, has anyone ever told you that you have beautiful eyes?
Several times this evening.
Ugh. So many crimes of fashion.
Oh, actually,
I should go.
I don't think I'll
Be on
need
your
that.
guard.
I always am.
Right, I need to make a cup of coffee, so I'm gonna
Need more servers in
be
the bar.
right back. Ooh, how many hours do I have in this game? Let's have a little look. Really? That doesn't seem right with the amount of playthroughs I've done of this game. Okay, well. Yeah, I will be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, well, the kettle is going to take a couple of minutes, so I'm going to roll a joint whilst, I don't know, let's talk about the game. This is the first game I ever platinumed. Start me on a journey. Well, I'm not kind of a journey. I've got like 20 or so platinums, but yeah, it's the first game that I really did everything. Do you know what I mean? Just always looking to find every single little thing that I could about the game. Makes me kind of annoyed that I didn't know about the interchangeable armors, but then I've never really, even with like the three trespasser ones that are completely interchangeable, and it never appealed to me because the effects and bonuses you can get on mage specific and rogue specific and warrior specific armor was always better in my opinion. But there's so much I love about this game, but probably my favourite thing is party banter. I think this game does it better than any game I've played. The way the relationships between the party members develop as you play the game through the party banter in the background. You know, sometimes they start off like not liking each other very much for various reasons. You know, Iron Bull and Dorian, for example, in the same party, they're at each other's throats all the time at the beginning, but by the end of the game, they get on. They find common ground and that kind of thing. And it's so well done. It's definitely really, really high on my list of all-time favourite games. In fact, I think it's only a couple of Final Fantasy games or Horizon and Ghost of Tsushima. They've both been huge for me, but they're great in different ways as well. So I'm still waiting for my kettle to boil so that I can just sit down and actually focus on playing the game rather than having to keep getting up. Let's do a fresh kettle, which takes a lot longer. Oh man, what did I say? A lot. A lot. The main takeaway was that my favourite thing about this game is the party banter and the way that relationships between the party members develops as you play the game. And the example I used was Iron Bull and Dorian, who hate each other when you first get them in your party, but towards the end of the game they start to get on. It's probably my favourite aspect of this game. And we're just waiting for my kettle to boil and making a cup of coffee, and then we will get on with this. And yeah, like I say, I rank it really, really high amongst my all-time favourites. I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. I've got quite an insane amount of hours in Fallout 4 with all the different challenge runs that I've done. Yeah, okay, back in just a sec. Where do you find those stats? Is that... character rate? Probably into attributes, would it? No, and you'd have to be talking about overall. Is that like Steam or something? Oh, thank you for the follow on Twitch as well. Oh, okay, it gives you a bit more stats than we get. Okay, off to the Royal Wing.
Interesting.
I really need that, do I?
Are we going to sneak around to look through the Empress's unmentionables now? Just...
Alright, let's get this right. Go upstairs.
How drunk are you, boss?
Time to be cheesy as fuck. This is Sparta.
Oh, thank you.
Are you all right?
Currently, I think I've just got an amulet of the mage. Superb one.
To be here. Brianna said...
I'm waiting for the cooldown amulet. The superb cooldown amulet. Oh no, I might have Kitty's collar on.
It takes great courage to come to the royal
Kitty's
wing
collar's terrible.
unarmed.
What am I thinking of?
It's not courage to blindly follow Brianna's orders into a trap. I
I'll have a look in a sec.
Before. Now she wants to play revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the empress who purged our alienage.
Would you be willing to testify to that, if I asked?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's not Kitty's collar. That's a terrible thing. I remember finding out about the berserk mechanic as well in an early playthrough. I'm like, why am I dying? And then I had a closer look. I'm like, oh, 100% more damage. Okay. Receive 100% more damage, do 10% more damage. Who thought that was a good idea? Fucking hell. And Justice Sacrifice, of course. That's what I'm wearing at the moment. I Justice Sacrifice in the Ring of Doubt. The Ring of Doubt never leaves my hand. I love the Ring of Doubt. And I'm waiting for... Got the Ring of Doubt, and I'm waiting for the superb Ring of Life Drain. I think I get that in the Emperor de Leon. Might be wrong about that. Oh, it might be in the Hissing Wastes. I can't quite remember. Oh, hang on. What are we doing? Fair enough. Oh, let's go there.
What happened here?
Ah. Oh god, yeah, this is... I always like to say that this is both the best and worst... Oh man, I could have just gone that way. Best and worst quest in the game in various ways. Like, it's a beautifully crafted quest. It's really put together well, but fuck me, it's tedious. Yeah. So tedious. I don't know why I'm picking up all these secrets. I don't need them.
What happened?
It's not what it looks like.
Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
I can imagine what you thought your reward would be.
Please, I beg you, don't tell Gaspard. The Empress beguiled me into giving her information about plans for troop movements in the palace tonight. She knows everything. Everything. The Duke's surprise attack has been countered before it ever began. She's turned it into a trap. The moment he strikes, she'll have him arrested for treason.
I don't know which is worse. Celine for using such a tactic, or him for falling for it.
I'll protect you from Gaspard if you're willing to testify about Celine's trap.
I'll do anything. Anything.
Well, that was Orlesian.
Oh, it's like I remember the first time exploring the Hissing Wastes. First opening that map and being like, oh, this is quite a small map. Look at it, it's tiny. And then you start walking across it and you're like, oh. Oh.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I had a feeling you were mixed up in all this.
Such a pity. You could almost be Orlesian if you were just a little quicker. It was kind of you to walk into
Bitch, you're
my
going to end
trap
up in a
so
box, so just calm yourself.
Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would.
I'm going to parade you round the continent.
At this point, I think disappointment was an old friend.
You poor deluded thing. You don't know half of what Samson and I have planned. And now I suppose you never will. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike.
I almost feel sorry for the Grand Duchess here because every single playthrough I do, she either ends up in a box or as my jester.
Bring me the masked hand as proof.
Every single time.
Gift for the master.
What was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Good eye. Those were definitely demons.
Maker bless me. Demons? How could there be demons in the fucking Winter Palace? I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
You honestly believe you were captured, tied up, and thrown into a death trap because of a bill?
When you put it like that, it seems a bit odd. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight. but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking bunch of cheesemongers.
I need you to tell that to the Empress.
Impressively ruthless of Gaspard, if predictable.
Do these people ever not stab each other in the back? Just curious.
Gaspard doesn't care who he hurts on his way to the throne, does he?
You saved my life. I owe you. And Gaspard still hasn't paid me. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
I'm not that fussed about, and I don't need Bella the Ball. I've already got that trophy. But it's nice to go in with 100 approval.
Where has that sub-
What do you reckon, chat? In a box or else by Jester? We killing her, or are we putting her in a stupid outfit and making her tell me jokes?
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
What? There's no time. The Empress will begin her speech any moment.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Inquisitor.
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile. This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted to speak with you, Inquisitor?
I seem to recall you saying all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance. It's so easy to lose your good graces. You even framed your brother for the murder of a council emissary. It was an ambitious plan. Celine, Gaspard, the entire council of heralds, all your enemies under one roof.
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories.
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never... Gaspard?
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace. You're just the last to find out. Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private, elsewhere.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master?
If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Every one of you is implicated. You all conspired to allow this to happen.
That's a bold claim, Inquisitor. Are you prepared to defend it?
You allowed the Grand Duke to sneak soldiers in, hoping he'd make a politically foolish move.
That's duplicitous, even for you, Celine.
You took the bait. I met your mercenary captain, Your Grace. He says you are ready to attack tonight.
Clever move. If you were trying to get hanged for treason.
And Briala was playing both of you. She murdered your ambassadors and sent you each forged letters.
Even if I did, you can't touch me.
No one will defend you once it's revealed that you and Celine were lovers when she burned Halam Shiral's alienage.
You've made your point. What do you want?
You are three of the best minds in the Empire. You could do so much for Orlais and your people if you stopped fighting.
It is remarkably optimistic to believe that the three of us could ever forget our differences, Inquisitor.
I cannot believe you want to make a speech. This is foolish.
We have no choice. The nobility requires an answer for what happened.
Unless you want to pretend the war was all a dream. That would go over well. No more dithering. We make the cut swift and clean. Kindest to all of us.
One thing you might find interesting on this playthrough, I haven't killed any dragons yet. I'm saving them all.
Has been reached. Our cousin Gaspard will now hold a place of honor in our cabinet.
Friends,
I'll just do a
we
stream
assemble
where I
are the
kill the dragons
leaders
in one.
of the Empire. We must set the example for all Thedas. We cannot be at war with each other, while the Fade itself challenges our borders.
We must stand united, or surely we will fall alone.
We will save Thedas from calamity, but only together may we accomplish this.
We will heal our wounded country. A long road of reconstruction lies before us. But tonight, we celebrate the arrival of peace. Let the festivities commence!
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
I don't think Scout Harding shows up for this. She'll only show up at the Winter Palace in Trespasser.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
I'm just worn out. Tonight has been very long.
It was a tumultuous evening, but Orlais is safe now. It was worth the struggle. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
Time to head back to Skyhold.
Well, it's because they didn't.
It will be good to go home.
Initially, it was only really cemented into a romance on the Trespasser, wasn't it? Like, you could flirt with her, which is a great way to get Sarah approval. But it was only in the Trespasser that they kind of made it more, yeah, they're actually together type thing. I can't remember if she actually is even there, is she? Isn't she away or something? It's just in passing they talk about
The
it. The
matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
In a while.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Make us.
Here at the beginning of this playthrough, I accidentally flirted with Cullen. It's like, oh, reload the save.
My lady Inquisitor.
Reload the save.
Please, may I have a word with you?
You're just mashing through the dialogue options really quickly.
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Leliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother. Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam-Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage.
Quick, get in there before she starts singing.
From Haven's, there is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
It's a pain in the ass getting this quest sometimes. What have we got over here? Oh, yeah.
He wants what? I don't know. Oh, Bells, it's you. Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
There are problems coming out of Halal.
There are all... I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided... Consider it done.
Still haven't done the tower, Jesus. I thought I did that. Guess not. Right. Oh, it's up there. Egypt. Yeah, I like Cole, but he just doesn't like staying alive in combat. Though, you know, I just give him daggers that would keep him alive. I do like being a rogue, a dual-wield dagger rogue, because my god, you can do some damage. Holy shit. Grown yet? Okay, fine. Right, let's have a little look. What do I... Emperor de Leon. Oh yeah, let's get that done. Emperor de Leon. Give the amulet to Cole. Give the amulet to Cole. We'll do that. Head over to the war table. My inventory log is going to be pretty slim, isn't it? Yeah. Fair enough. I just think in just
time to plan our
sheer
next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Our alliance with Orlais.
stealth, criticals,
Forty present.
a couple of
They'll
dragon
send
bone
aid
daggers.
on request.
And your actions at Adam,
Especially if you got the AoE daggers rather than the.
With Orlais' support,
single
our
hit ones.
numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the dark. Where is Corypheus?
After you dealt with the Duchess, his army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our
They've terrorized the. If Corypheus is hiding in the.
But
Yeah, we'll get to that. Come on.
Fortunately.
Let's just move on. Just trying to get to the war table. It's going to kick me out of there, isn't it?
This
Oh, okay. It's just, okay,
is
yeah.
an illuvian.
I forgot this happens now.
An elven artifact.
Exactly, yeah.
From a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wild.
I mean, I think out of all of them, it's Rift Mage. That's my favourite play style. You know, elements and Rift Magic.
You can restore an artifact like this?
There was a price, but one I gladly paid. I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where?
Oh, I doubt mine's that optimised. I don't know. Definitely does the job. I mean, I've completed Nightmare difficulty. Though, I'll say this. Thanks to the Golden Nug, the hardest thing about Nightmare difficulty is the bit before you get to Haven. That fucking Pride Demon, that fight is probably the most difficult fight in the game when you're playing on Nightmare mode and it's not your first playthrough. Because as soon as you get to Haven, you just immediately mine as much iron and kill as many Druffalos as you can to craft some, you know, decent armor from your previous playthrough.
It has long been lost.
And weapons and stuff. You're so weak in that first 20 minutes of the game. And it's quite a decent fight, you know what I mean, for your level.
I call it a crossroads, a place where all Illuvians joy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They might be.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space.
This place reminds me of like the Hall of
The
Worlds
ancient
from
elves left no
Raymond
roads,
D.
only
Feist's
ruins
Riftwar
hidden
Saga.
in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
This place isn't natural. It almost seems constructed. It's as if someone made a pocket within the Fade, with its own rules of reality. If the ancient elves could do this...
It seems remarkable that the Magisters of Tevinter could ever challenge them. Yes.
It's deteriorating. Eventually, this place will simply collapse on itself.
Who can say how old it is? For now it stands, and thus retains its value.
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Alluvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Huh. Do you know what? I know about the leave one thing in a chest, and I genuinely thought it was just chests. I didn't know that it worked with the boxes as well, for some reason. So I'm not ashamed to admit that I duplicate items for gold, because I'm 100% convinced that that is with developer backing, because you used to be able to do it in all of the chests in the game, and then they patched it, and now you can only duplicate certain items in one chest in the game that's on a pedestal. So, you know, I have no shame in doing that, because Jesus, the amount of gold that you need to raise to buy materials to get the best out of the game. Yeesh. Yeah, I didn't know the that box replenished. Shit. This is what I like, learning things. You've taught me 2 things now. Damn it. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Once I unlock tier 3s, I sell all my tier 2s and 1s. Where is it? Am I being... Oh.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
Okay. I'll grab that as well. We'll deal with the Templars, but... Oh yeah, I mean that's it. You sit in building some mastercrafted. No, it's. I mean, and you can get to Skyhold so quickly. Well, relatively. I mean that. I will say the get to Skyhold by level 5 challenge. Holy shit, that was work. That was a genuine challenge. I was like, oh shit, that's. Ooh. Especially as I tried to be thorough, like saving all the people in Haven and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, getting to Skyhold before level 5. I mean, I could have put it on like easy mode or something, but. Oh god, yeah, the Golden Nuggets game change. I wouldn't want to do I wouldn't want to try and do a Nightmare playthrough without touching the Golden Nugget. Do you know what I mean? And, ooh. Yeesh, no thanks. Yeah, it kind of is. It's just like the enemies are so well, you know. By then you've got your things made, but why is it that it's very rare? I think it's only late game that you actually start to pick up things that may be on a par with I saw these armor blessings, so it's you. I need more Vandalaria than that, okay. Well, armor blessing from Emperor de Leon or Vandalaria from the Hissing Wastes, but we got me, Solus, Cole, Varric, Cassandra, Blackwall, Sarah. Alright, yeah, let's give Cole... No, Egypt. Oh, and is Sutherland back? Sutherland should be back as well, shouldn't he? Hey Sutherland, how you doing, buddy?
Then you were off the walls. Both hit him with fire and I got him around the side.
You were very dashing. Cleaved him good.
Couldn't let him get near you. Either of you. We're a team. Better, we're an adventuring company.
Oh no,
Oh shit, we're a company.
Some video games, occasionally they'll have like a mini game or something that you got to do, and if I can't do it, I'll give it a damn good go, but I'm quite happy to be like, alright, yeah, no, fuck this, moving on. And I believe that the firework game was one of those things. I don't think I have the chromatic greatsword. I've got the axe, I don't have the sword. Never got the sword. Don't think.
Should have seen it. Darkspawn.
Isn't he good? He's very good.
It may well be, but I'm only willing to put up with so much bullshit. That firework game is the very definition of fucking bullshit.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. Well, it would have been easier.
Like Final Fantasy X is the game that taught me that. It taught me that sometimes the best option is to just walk away. Just accept that you're not going to get the thing that you really want.
What did you think of the mask?
The fucking lightning game and chasing
The
butterflies
mask.
and all that shit, and the
Everyone
0.0 time on the Chocobo races. That taught me to be like, yeah, no.
I found the amulet that Solus
I've seen the
told us
rage videos that people go through, and I can get quite rageful playing games sometimes, but Jesus, no.
I like it here. We need some place that can
If a game
go
starts to
away
piss me
and
off,
become
I'll be
sharp.
like, yeah, no, we'll pass.
What do I do with it? You found one of the amulets. Excellent. May I?
Hmm.
It is simple enough. You put it on, I charge it with magic, and you should be protected.
Yeah, there are a few things in the Trespasser DLC that were tooth grinding.
Are you ready, Cole?
They can't make me a monster. Ah!
What was that? Oh, what are you doing to the kid?
Stopping blood mages from binding me like the demons at Adamant. But it didn't work. Something is interfering with the enchantment.
Something like Cole not
The one that
being
really
a
gets me
demon?
with this game is who or how. How did anyone discover how to do the tiniest cave quest?
Solus, is it possible that the amulet doesn't work on Cole because he's too human?
Regardless of Cole's special circumstances. Remains
Yeah,
a
they could have done a better job of that, making him have slightly different abilities. Either way,
I don't matter.
Cole is Cole.
Just lock away the parts of me that someone else could knot together to make me follow.
But I prefer to make him
Focus
Cole
on the
rather
amulet.
than Nightmare, you know.
Tell me what you feel. Warm, soft blanket covering, but it catches tears. I'm the wrong shape. There's something. There. That way.
We'll find whatever is preventing the amulet from working, and we'll make it right.
All right, kid. Get Cullen and work with him on the map to figure out where you're sensing something wrong.
Will you come with me? All of you?
Sure. All right, I get it. You like spirits. But he came into this world to be a person. Let him be one.
If I see a way to protect Cole without taking away whatever he is, I'll use it. But Cole...
I'm not saying we do nothing. But that ritual of theirs only works on demons, right?
This is not some fanciful story, child of the stone. We cannot change our nature by wishing.
Well, yeah, I see what you mean.
However we deal with
Well, the thing
problem,
is, Nightmare
next step is to track
focuses
down
on your
whatever is
fears.
interfering with the enchantment.
Do you know what I mean? He reads your mind and finds what scares you the most and uses that against you, whereas Cole will read your mind and he reads you to try and understand you, whereas Nightmare reads you to try and control you and try and beat you and try and take your will away. Whereas Cole doesn't do that. It's I think it's curiosity. Do you know what I mean? He's just trying to understand.
Yeah, this should get me through the month.
Well, I think that is the difference. Is it's almost childlike curiosity that drives him, whereas obviously
Greetings.
Nightmare is driven
Can I help you?
by an insatiable desire to make people suffer.
You killed me.
What? I don't even know you.
You forgot. You locked me in the dungeon in the spire, and you forgot, and I died in the dark.
The spire?
Cole, stop.
Just take it easy, kid.
He killed me. He killed me. That's why it doesn't work. He killed me, and I have to kill him back.
Yeah, maybe like in the way that Solus's friend was chained and turned against its will. Maybe something happened like that to Nightmare in the past.
Before anyone gets killed, I need to know what's going on.
Cole, this man cannot have killed you. You are a spirit. You have not even possessed a body. A broken body, bloody, banged on the stone cell, guts gripping in the dark, dank.
You know, when they forced Solus's friend to kill, it was so against its nature that it turned it into something darker. But obviously we were able to rescue them and break them from that. And eventually he said, you know, over time he'll become back into the spirit that he was. But with no one there to free. I don't know, you know.
If Cole was
Yeah.
an apostate, that'd make the guy we just saw a Templar. Must have been buying lyrium.
Let me kill him. I need to.
Cole will never grow into a real person until he comes to terms with what happened.
Leave it to me. All right, kid. You want revenge? Come with me.
I mean, there's so much good writing in this game.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry isn't going to help him now, is it, kid?
No.
trigger and put him down like a mad dog. Do it.
No!
How you doing, kid? Feel any better?
No.
You can't make it all just go away. I learned that the hard way.
Forget.
No. He needs to remember. You too. We're done here.
Weird sound cut there. Alright, we'll clear out the Red Templars on the Storm Coast, but we're not going to go to Dragon Island yet. Like I say, we're saving the dragons. We're going to do all 10 in one after the other on a stream.
For all we know, the amulet will now never function. Cole remains vulnerable to binding.
No, he isn't. The amulet didn't work because he's too human, right? Maybe now the kid's also too human for that binding magic to work on him.
I hope you're right.
It still
sneeze,
hurts. When do I stop hurting?
Being with your friends can make you feel better.
Come on, kid. Let's go for a walk. It'll clear your head.
The left hand misses a friend with 2 different names. She's hurting, sad, alone, but everyone can see me now. They remember. How do I put honey in Leliana's wine without her noticing?
I can help with that.
It is good that he's not.
Well, I mean,
entirely
you are a rogue, Cole,
However,
and you do have the stealth ability, so just, you know, stealth away. Oh yeah, we'll clear out the Darkspawn stuff. Forgot about that. Okay. This is my main group. She is. And I wish I could have romanced her because I really like Leliana. Even if the VA can't decide what accent they're going to use, depending on where you are in the game.
We cannot allow the Red Templars to maintain a foothold here.
Thank you for removing my armor. Cheers, game. Wait.
Been a long time since I was at sea.
I mean,
Can't even see the other shore.
I get Varric.
Far.
Do you know what I mean? It's clear that he's
We crossed it to reach Haven.
got some feelings for
Already
Bianca.
It seems so long ago.
I understand him not being romanceable because his heart lies elsewhere. Ah, excuse me.
The one with the extra armor must lead the pack.
Ah, I'm being dumb, I can't find my way out. Right, there we go. Oh. It's like when you do the deep roads and you've got to turn the gamma correction all the way up. Just to have a chance at seeing what the fuck you're doing. Buddy.
The Reldon has faced enough Darkspawn for a lifetime. 10 years past,
For the help, boys.
and you can still see
Appreciate
how the
you.
Blight haunts this country and its people.
Fair enough. I completely understand. I say we're 80% water. I think I'm like 60% water, 20% caffeine. This is up a bit, isn't it? Just the one cable I always struggle to find because it's kind of awkwardly placed. Up we go. It is further up, yeah. Oh. Fuck is dangerous this cave? I can never Oh, you idiot. Oh fuck it, must have a potion, we'll be alright. I'm a moron, don't mind me.
It's over.
Well, you can use your rifts as really good crowd management. Rift Mage works really well with the abilities you inherently unlock later on. After you finish it. And with my focus ability, I get to rain down meteors on people. What's not to love? else gets to rain down molten rocks on their enemies. We're doing okay. Where do we want to go from here? Oh, of course, there's one all the way up the long river. Oh, okay. I just really like the abilities. I'll lose my focus whenever I fast travel, but yeah, soon build it back up again. Realistically, it's the rift magic that I really like. I can do that kind of shit. I think I missed that part. Great. Oh, still comes to me. Yeah, there it goes. Stealth man. I tend to have heal on kill on the armor, and I mean hidden blades with 4-headed cuts or 1,000 cuts, whatever it is that I've got on hidden blades. That's it. I mean, obviously the one with 5-headed cuts is the best one, but the one with 4-headed cuts will do. I thought that was a snoofler then. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing out here? You know, living in the Storm Coast. I've never really got on board with playing as a necromancer, and the Knight Enchanter is great. Obviously they nerfed the shit out of that.
They call it the
Well, I mean, I haven't picked up anything that gives me heal on hit yet. If I had heal on hit, I'd put it on, but I just haven't picked up that material yet. Obviously, Hidden Blades is so easy to farm. Shit, there's one area of the game where you could literally just stand there for hours just farming Ring Velvet for just until you get bored. Over in Crestwood, when you head up to the keep, not the keep, the not Crestwood, Jesus Christ, Fallowmire. When you get to the end of that, you have a never-ending. Oh, and also in the Exalted Plains. There's another place where you have like an unlimited spawn of corpses. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done Emperor de Leon here yet. I tend to save that and his in waste till the end, being the higher level areas.
Everyone all right?
Interestingly, because I'm holding off on all the dragons. I normally equip everyone with master or superb demon slaying runes once I've killed a couple of dragons, but not something I've done on this playthrough. Which is, I don't know, I just find that interesting. Oh, I can't be bothered to save my focus. Oh yeah.
Dispatch for you.
I've been gentle. I haven't unlocked everything I can at the moment. I'll probably do another Amulet of Power duplicating session before I start doing the DLCs. It's weird how the ice barrier as a mage glitches sometimes. You just seem to have it semi-permanently. Deep mushrooms. Another one early game is to get fine hands and death tools as soon as possible, so you can open the chest in Redcliffe and start farming Fate Touched Obsidian. It's only gained 3 guard as opposed to Silverite, which is 5, but that's plenty enough to make you pretty much untouchable.
The Red Templars have dug in here.
I'm certain King Alistair would appreciate having them removed from Ferelden.
There's another
shores.
container you can get Fate Touched Obsidian from by the dragon in Hinterlands. Quarry. Exactly. Come on, Sarah, I'm away. Fucking hell, Sarah, what's your problem? You just adamantly refused to get the fuck out of my way then, that's weird. Fair. What the? I'm not used to dying. He got me with a stealth hit, frick. I almost looked like I took damage from my own mine then. I mean, I didn't, because the concept of having friendly fire on in this game, with especially with a mage, that's just no. Nope, never doing that.
I have to wonder about the Templars.
I'm not an idiot.
Inquisition. Must be difficult to see their fellows turned.
We're going through there, but isn't there something else over here? No. Okay. Oh wait, I've forgotten some. Red Lyrium. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You can get kind of complacent in this game. Do you know what I mean? You can be like, oh yeah, I'm pretty much untouchable. I've always got guard on and all this lot, and then every now and again something will just come along and just decimate you, and you're like, well, okay, didn't see that coming. What? Have I missed a piece of loot somewhere? What? Don't remember there being any doors I couldn't open. So one of the enemies dropped a key. So one of these I killed up here dropped the key. I don't recall ever. What? I'm sure I have the key before now. Because I don't seem to remember having to backtrack. What? I don't recall ever having. Because, you know, you just go forward and then go to the dragon. I don't remember ever having to. Am I missing something here? I feel like I've missed a piece of loot or something. I mean... No, oh Isn't there a key outside? What? I'm having such a brain fart at the moment. I feel like there's a key on a dead body out here somewhere, shouldn't there be? Or is that on the Dragon Isle side of things? I really feel like I've missed something. Oh, fuck you, game. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. I am thinking of two different keys, you're correct. But I did fail to loot. I think I left. I don't know why I left that. This is why you loot everything, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you think it's not important. For whatever reason. The one enemy I didn't loot is the one that had the key. That's what we're getting from that. Yeah, I smoke a lot of pot, so you know my memory's sporadic at best. In fact, it's not even a key, is it, on Dragon Isle? Isn't that where the chainmail, the completely useless chainmail thing, is that you give to Dagda? I don't know. We won't be going over there anyway. Like I say, we're saving the dragons. I've still got shards in the hinterlands because you can't really get those shards without engaging the dragon.
You had a brother?
Or at the very least getting
I still miss him sometimes.
fired upon by the dragon.
Had a sister, a younger sister. She died when I was very little.
I'm sorry.
I often think about what she'd be like now, had she lived.
Much like her brother, I would expect.
Maker, I wouldn't wish that on her. All this hair.
I need to go speak to Blackwall when we get back to Skyhog because I think he's about due to disappear. Fair enough. Yeah, I have a nerve disease called trigeminal neuralgia, and well, cannabis is very effective at managing nerve pain, so there we go. Hey Doc, how you doing, buddy? Here, I can test your knowledge of this game. There are two pieces as far as I can tell, completely unlootable loot in this game. I've tried Googling it and looking into it online. I've never managed to find an answer as to how to get these things. There's one in Redcliffe. And there's one in Crestwood. It's like a room with some silverite in it in Crestwood, in the cabin, that I've never managed to figure out how to get to. And then there's like a...
broken the Templar's hold here.
There may yet be stragglers.
Just one of the little
but
Hessian
we've
bags of
dashed whatever
loot
plans they might have had.
in Redcliffe that I've never managed to figure out how on earth you're supposed to get to it. And if you've got the amount of time in the game that I think that you said you have, then I imagine you know exactly which two bits I'm talking about. Or is it just a case of they're just completely unreachable? What, just unreachable? Fair enough. So yeah, it's just, yeah. Ow. Some of the loot is a bit bugged and you can't get to it. Got it. Shit, back that way. Storm Coast done with, aside from obviously the dragon. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's by the dragon, that's why I haven't done that. That's bugged for me, delightfully. I haven't been to the nicest yet. And I haven't gone for that dragon either. Unlootable. Oh, I've got unreachable. Now I'm talking about unreachable. Completely unreachable. It's not like you can't interact with them at all. You can see them, you just can't. Fair enough. Yeah, no. This one bag has always. I mean, obviously it's going to have like, you know, one cotton and one iron in it or something. But God, I want to figure out how to get to this because it bugs me. Because I feel like it must be reachable. Serious? I've tried so many different ways to get to this. I've jumped over so many different things. I just cannot make the jump. Where are you? Oh, that bag. That fucking bag there. I've never managed to figure out how to get to it. I've tried jumping from the tent to the wall. You can't get on that wall. Doesn't let you on it. Never managed to figure out how to get up there. I tried approaching it from the other side. from down below.
If I'm a mage, I have to learn how to defend myself against demons attacking.
Try climbing up here to get on the wall. Can't do that.
Good day.
Just an invisible wall that prevents you from getting it all the way. I even thought maybe you've got to climb up the paddles. Or was it? No, the boat. The boat. Try doing it this way to get up there. Get some height. I need to get behind that. And then obviously everyone else gets in the way. So is it from down below or is it from up above? I have to go up the boat. So am I heading that way or am I trying to head round up onto the roof? Can't see myself getting... Followed, fair enough. Oh, and when you do something that engages combat, they randomly start following you again.
You want to do more to help? Let's join the
Fascinating. I'll have to find the video then, because I've googled it so many times. And then there's like there's a room in the Crestwood Caverns, as far as I can tell, that I've never figured out how to get to. Anyway. That's dragon. Oh, we should be ready to do Promise of Destruction now. Oh. Okay, I'll show you the room. As far as I can tell, there's just a piece of Stormheart or Stormheart or something in there, but it's just, again, you know, you ping, you see the loot, and then you just can't get to it. That no. Oh fuck! Which cave is it that gets me to underground? No, that gets me to the dam. The cave is in the village of Crestwood, isn't it? Old village. Yeah, done it. No worries. figured out how to get into this room. I assumed it's through this door, but the door doesn't open. So what I'm figuring is Bug's door. That was supposed to be an openable door, but it doesn't open. Or, considering what you've got to go through to unlock the tiniest cave quest, it wouldn't surprise me if it's just a secret that someone hasn't found. Maybe you've got to light the torches in a certain order when you come in or some shit like that. I don't know. Whatever it is, this door doesn't open. And I feel that that door would lead that way and bring you out. And, you know, you can see. So I was going to make it then. Ah, mistiming that when I get that. Right as I get that second foot up. But yeah, I figure that's just a room that's bugged or whatever. Oh shit! I'm in here. I can't get out. Maybe? I don't know. Just that piece of Storm Heart and that one bit of loot have always bugged me. Like, you know, when you find something where you can physically see it and you can interact with it and it just doesn't let you loot it, it's just like, well, you know, it is what it is. But it's the ones that I can't figure out how to get to. Yeah, I think now I've been to Halab-Sharal, that's the point where Blackwall will do his little quest thing. Let's go see. No, he's still there at the moment. Interesting.
Greetings, Your Worship.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I spent some time trying to navigate that. It's fun to take Blackwall with you through the hissing wastes.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company.
He tells you a good story. Oh, no worries. You have a good day. Oh, you're like, let's see, 7 hours behind. So you're not quite West Coast USA, but something close.
When
Or
I was
you
a boy,
South America.
there were these urchins who roamed the streets
Canada,
near my father's
I suppose, yeah.
house.
You're in the Americas,
One
aren't
day
you?
they found
But
a dog,
on the western side.
a wretched little thing.
But
It
not
came
all
to
the way
them
west.
for food. I
Midwest.
caught it, tied a rope around its neck.
Midwest was 5 hours behind. Oh, it is. I'm just being really, really stupid. Don't mind me. don't mind. Just.
Do you know what I did?
Of course, you're Midwest. Yeah.
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
Fair.
I did nothing. Not a damn thing.
I spent a few
It
years
was
in
crying.
Illinois.
I saw the kicking legs,
Fredericton, Ohio,
the legs straining and twisting.
Carolinas,
I turned
and all that kind
around,
of area.
went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by and subbing and
just pretended it
following
wasn't
and
happening.
Much appreciated.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself.
Catch later.
We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Look at you. You would have done the right thing. We're lucky there are people like you in the world. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
I wonder who knows pain.
There we go.
There must be something here.
Oh, there you are.
The Spy Master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Track him down. He's needed here.
Sister Leliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Well, this is grim.
Poor bastard. So, where's food? Orlesians always stock these things.
Proceed.
Stop!
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Oh, shit.
Blackwall!
No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
When it all cleared, she was still in charge. So what was the point?
They'll appoint a new divine soon. One will make you stand
There
up
is no doubt.
I wonder who Tom Rainier is.
He wore the shield.
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for
Yo,
the
Stone,
Wardens,
how you doing,
but
dude?
there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
You think your death will make up for what you did?
Isn't it a start? Why are you here?
That depends on what you say.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they
Hey,
were
Stone
doing.
on Twitch.
When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
Would a monster have given himself up? Somewhere along the line, you stopped pretending.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
This is helpful. Or at least educational.
Don't blame yourself. We all made this mistake. What do we do now? Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore...
have requests for information on your lineage from a few interested parties at the Winter Palace.
Andraste preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
No, I shall take them. I want to know who pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
I am not bait.
Hush. Just look pretty.
New area unlocked. Not really. Okay.
The Darkspawn have been driven back on the Storm Coast.
Let us pray they do not return.
Oh, hang on. Certain quest I'm looking for. Hang on.
All right.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
Okay, I should have a new areas access. Yep.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. What did you have to do to release me?
Josephine called in a few favors. There are enough people out there who owe the Inquisition.
And what happens to the reputation the Ambassador has so carefully cultivated? The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
I wish there had been another way, but my options were limited.
You could have left me there. I accepted my punishment. I was ready for all this to end. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
You have your freedom.
It cannot be as simple as that.
It isn't. You're free to atone as the man you are, not the traitor you thought you were or the warden you pretended to be.
The man I am. I barely know him. But I have a lot to make up for. If my future is mine, then I pledge it to the Inquisition. My sword is yours. If I'd said anything less, would an arrow from the rookery have snuffed me like a candle?
Take your pose, Tom Rainier.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
Countless better men and women than you are dead. Why shouldn't this be quick?
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground you trod in your pathetic life. I serve a living god. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
Lord Erimond, any protection you thought you had has apparently been withdrawn. You will die. By my hand.
Petty actions. Truth lies in the next world.
Another of the lingering pains of Adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
You're very serious about this. Is more death the answer?
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
We doubt when we're safe, when blight is not at our throat. I can't judge a warden, Sir Ruth. No one has that right.
You have more faith in the Order than we ourselves have.
I do not believe a reminder is necessary for this accused. Her capture and disgrace could not have been more public. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon, although her titles are among the dignities already at risk of forfeiture. You spared her life despite her treachery. What becomes of it now falls to you.
Out of your element, Florian. Welcome to the Inquisition. My party.
Despite her posture, Lady Florian has acknowledged your authority.
Should I curse you on behalf of the Elder One? I realize he had no intention of honoring the concordats I manipulated. Do as you must. I respect your mastery of the game, even as I despise your victory. Celine does not know her fortune.
She has caused no end of misery. It's time she brought some joy. Grand Duchess Florian de Chalon, jester to the Inquisition. In flat shoes.
History's greatest malevolence, Inquisitor. I am the jest of Orlais already.
Before you is Service of the Minrathous Circle of Magi. You met him and his Venatori in the Western Approach. He admits to working for Corypheus, raising monsters, and using magic for conquest. He also used his connections to smuggle magical artifacts out of the Approach, without his master's consent.
You stole from Corypheus? I don't know whether that's stupidly brave or bravely stupid.
I was hired by a third party. I've no loyalty to him. Might you find that useful, Your Worship?
I'm sorry, are you attempting to bargain with us?
Bargain? I plead. I throw myself on your mercy. I also have friends in Tevinter who owe me large debts. Leave what happened in the Approach behind us, Inquisitor, and I can put them all at your disposal.
Leliana will assign agents to you. I expect them to inform me that you have been forthright. If you want redemption, you'll have to earn it.
I can more than pay my keep, Inquisitor. Thank you.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems. A message from Divine Justinia.
That's a shock. You alright reading it?
Making a coffee.
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to... One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is that... I shall meet you at the Chantry in Valence.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating... All this dancing, politics, and murder... makes me a bit homesick.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home. Just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
I should go.
Naturally.
Oh shit, thanks for the sub, Stone. I just noticed that. I don't know if you're still there. I appreciate that, man. I just noticed that.
It's just as I remember it.
It's peaceful here. You must have good memories of this place.
It was a place of comfort. It is good to see it still untouched by Corypheus.
Liliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lady, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
I wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here. Justinia's letter came with instructions for me. They were a little cryptic. That light has no fear of darkness. Above all, that strength lives in an open heart.
She must be hinting at something in here. Let's look around.
That canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Yes, of course. We never give up the traditions of our most beloved divine.
That is lovely to hear. I stare up at the breach sometimes. It's terrifying, but beautiful in its way.
It is beautiful.
Have you seen it by sunrise?
When the sun rises through it, it splits into what looks like 1,000 suns, like a broken mirror.
Yes. Spectacular, isn't it? What was that? Looks like we opened something. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Good old Liliana was playing you the whole time. Didn't you realize?
They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
Good work. We know the name of our enemy. That's half the battle won.
Exactly.
Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
We don't have to kill her.
No. I must protect the Inquisition. She is an enemy.
I see what you've become. The righteous stand before the darkness, and the Maker shall guide them.
No! This can't be it. There's nothing here.
Check again. Perhaps the box itself is a puzzle. She seemed a puzzling sort.
No, it's just an empty box. There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
She apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me. Just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Then you have to let it go. Let her go. You don't owe her anything anymore.
This? Now? After everything you've said and done? And my poor dear Natalie. I called her sister once, but I couldn't risk leaving her alive. Don't tell me to let it all go after all I've sacrificed to get here. Justinia tried to save me, But all it's done is made me realize I don't need saving. There is work to be done. I'll see you back at Skyhold.
Herr Oswin, odd that the trail should lead us here. Ban Loren is a pious, unassuming man. What has he become involved in?
He might simply be a victim as well.
Let's see what lies within. Promises. I should have known. The Order of Fiery Promise is a cult with strange beliefs about the Seekers. They've hounded us for centuries.
Is it possible to negotiate with them?
They're fanatics, drunk on whatever forbidden magic they can find to make themselves true Seekers. This explains why the Seekers might be here, but not the connection to Corypheus. Did they torture him to death? The Promisers will pay for this. As the Seekers of Truth have proven resistant to the effects of red lyrium, the Elder One has seen fit to place them in your care. Reclaim your destiny, and know that the Elder One expects your devotion as repayment. Signed by Lord Samson, Commander of the Red Templars. Does Corypheus not realize the promises want the world to end? What use are they to him?
So Corypheus sold the Seekers to these cultists?
And they leapt at the chance, of course. But this doesn't explain how he captured the Seekers in the first place, or what's been done with them. We must keep looking.
We'll find them, 'cause...
I know we will. Daniel! Daniel! Can you hear me?
Cassandra. It is you. You're alive.
As are you. I'm so glad I found you.
No, they put a demon inside me. It's tearing me up.
What? You can't be possessed. That's impossible.
I'm not possessed. They fed me things. I can feel it growing.
Can we do anything?
Don't know. This thing inside him.
The Lord Seeker. You have to find him.
Of course we'll find him. If he lives, we'll...
Lucius betrayed us, Cassandra. He sent us here, one by one. An important mission, he said. Lies. He was here with them all along. He's still working with them.
But we met Lord Seeker Lucius in Val Royeaux. He couldn't have been here.
That wasn't him. It was a demon, masquerading.
What? How could that be?
The Lord Seeker allowed it. He let the demon take command while he...
came here.
Cassandra.
Now is not the time for sympathy.
Wait. Don't leave me like this, please.
You should have come with me. You didn't believe in the war any more than I did.
You know me. I wanted that promotion.
Go to the Maker's side, Daniel. You will be welcome. He was my apprentice. I have never known a finer young man. Now we find Lord Seeker Lucius. Lord Seeker Lucius.
Cassandra, with a woman I can only assume is the new Inquisitor.
And you're the man who betrayed his own order.
I presume you know we Seekers of Truth were once the original Inquisition. Oh yes. We fought to restore order in a time of madness long ago, as you do now. And we became proud. We sought to remake the world, to make it better. But what did we create? The Chantry, the Circles of Magi. A war that will see no end.
entire order to their deaths.
There was no other choice.
No other choice? Have you gone mad?
Hey, Silver.
We Seekers
Sorry, how you doing?
are abominations, Cassandra. We created a decaying world and fought to preserve it even as it crumbled. We had to be stopped. You don't believe me? See for yourself. The secrets of our order passed to me after the former Lord Seeker was slain. The war with the mages had already begun, but it was not too late for me to do the right thing.
And this was the right thing?
Lord Seeker, what you've done.
I know. What Corypheus did with the Templars does not matter. I have seen the future. I have created a new order to replace the old. The world will end so we can start anew. A pure beginning. Join us, Cassandra. It is the Maker's will.
He was insane. He had to be. The influence of Corypheus, perhaps? Was he trying to disable the Seekers?
All these wasted lives.
He could not have destroyed all of us. I won't accept it. Let us return to Skyhold. I wish to see what's in this book of secrets.
Grand Cleric Vitois is scrambling after the loss of her agent.
Good. Her support base is in Morale. Tear it down. Grand Cleric Victoire wishes to make an enemy of the Inquisition. I'll give her what she wants. Doesn't Victoire have a young cousin? Lord Firmin? She dotes on him.
Yes, mistress. I believe that is so.
Good. Have him collected. He shall be an honored guest, and make sure the Grand Cleric hears about it.
At your command.
You're dealing with the Grand Cleric a little harshly, don't you think?
Harsh times call for harsh measures, Inquisitor. You see, when I'm ruthless, it gets us where we need to be. It's something to be proud of. Why fix it? How funny that her regret is what finally puts my own to rest. I chose to become her left hand, knowing what it meant. It was my weakness that stopped me from fully committing to my task.
You have a good heart. It's not a weakness.
You are too kind, Inquisitor. Call it what it is. The Inquisition needs me just as the Divine did, to do what no one else dares. Death and deception are my trade. It is what I am. It is what I always will be. Your open support for the mages. Our agents will monitor. If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this.
You're not planning a...
I was planning to unleash Josephine. Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
The fun never ends in Skyhole Desert.
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day. You watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
If you're concerned, then make it better.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
I have influence, and I can...
I cannot ask you to do that.
You don't have to.
If you think that is the right... I suppose I should not be so concerned. For now, restoring order... This tome has passed from Lord Seeker to Lord Seeker, since the time of the Old Inquisition. And now it falls to me.
That's a lot of not very exciting reading, apparently.
I assume you know about the Rite of Tranquility. The last resort used on mages in the Circle, leaving them unable to cast, but depriving them of dreams and all emotion. It should only be used on those who cannot control their abilities, but that has not always been the case.
You mutilate mages.
I always thought it a necessary evil. What finally began the Mage Rebellion was the discovery the Rite of Tranquility could be reversed. The Lord Seeker at the time covered it up, harshly. There were deaths. It was dangerous knowledge, the shock of its discovery in addition to what happened in Kirkwall. But it appears we've always known how to reverse the Rite, from the beginning.
So the rebellion could have been prevented.
Perhaps, but it was a long time coming, for many reasons. We created the Rite of Tranquility. I told you of my vigil, the months I spent emptying myself of all emotion. I was made tranquil, and didn't even know. Then the vigil summoned the spirit of faith to touch my mind. That broke tranquility, and gave me my abilities. The Seekers did not share that secret. Not with me, not with the Chantry, not even with... There's more. Lucius was not wrong about the Order. I thought to rebuild the Seekers once victory was ours. Now I'm not certain it deserves to be rebuilt.
Rebuild the Seekers. Make them better than they were.
Thank you. I could not have done this on my own.
So I'm thinking... Inquisition? Almost gotcha.
Let's see what we have.
Alright, I'm going to save there and call it for now. Continue this tomorrow. I'll be back later with some Final Fantasy VII Remake intermission rather. But for now, I'm Addy. Thanks for watching.